Maik the Liar is unique in his own way. Maik is a very strange Khajiit NPC that spawns randomly in Skyrim's vast and open world. As soon as the first mission is complete, he is able to be spotted. So that means as soon as you step out of Helgen, he's able to be seen. Maik the Liar is also seen in the two previous Elder Scrolls games, Morrowind and Oblivion. The funny thing is, though, Oblivion was set about 200 years ago. A lot of players believe he is 200 years old, or older. It is never really explained. Maybe he really is that old. Maik said that he actually did have a father. He has dialogue in Skyrim that says, Maik's father was also called Maik, as was Maik's father's father. At least, that's what his father said. So this led a lot of players to believe that there were multiple versions of Maik the Liar, and that in Oblivion he was this Maik, and then in Morrowind he was this Maik, and in Skyrim it's this Maik, the newest Maik. And he's also seen in Elder Scrolls Online. So he is known as the Liar, right? So every statement he claims is uncertain, such as, Maik wishes you well.
Maik wishes you well. Maik knows many things, no? Maik knows much and tells some. Maik knows many things others do not. Maik once walked to High Hrothgar. So many steps, he lost count. Once Maik got in trouble in Riften and fled to Windhelm. It is good that nobody there cared. It does not matter to Maik how strong or smart one is. It only matters what one can do. Maik does not understand what is so impressive about shouting. Maik can shout whenever he wants. Maik has heard the people of Skyrim are better looking than the ones in Cyrodiil. He has no opinion on the matter. All people are beautiful to him. Some like taking friends on adventures. Maik thinks being alone is better. Less arguing about splitting treasure. Don't try blocking if you have two weapons. You will only get confused. Much better to hit twice anyway. Where bears? Where? Bears? Men that are bears? Maik was soul-trapped once. Not very pleasant. You should think about that once in a while.
Plenty of the lines that Maik spits out are actually referencing past Elder Scrolls games, and some of the details included in them. For instance, Maik brings up the dual-wielding system in Skyrim, when he says, too much magic can be dangerous. Maik once had 2 spells and burned his sweet roll. Maik also says, Maik does not remember his childhood. Perhaps he never had one. Which references the fact that there are no children in the games before Skyrim, or it's referring to the fact that there are no non-human children in Skyrim. Maik has heard it is dangerous to be your friend. If someone becomes the player's follower, it could possibly lead to their death, so it is very dangerous. Don't try blocking if you have 2 weapons. You will only get confused. Much better to hit twice anyway, said Maik. Which is referring to how it is impossible to block if you are dual-wielding. You can only block with a 2-handed or 1-handed weapon. Wood elves aren't made of wood. Sea elves aren't made of water. Maik still wonders about high elves. Maik has heard the people in Skyrim are much better than the ones in Cyrodiil. He has no opinion on the matter. All people are beautiful to him, he says. Which is referring to the really, really bad faces that Oblivion had, and how Skyrim faces look substantially better. Maik is a voice for the developers. He speaks in these fourth wall breaking ways that seem sort of like riddles. Maik seems to know everything, and that's because he is in the mind of the developers, speaking to the player directly.